It's that time of year again. You could feel it in the air. The hope, the anticipation of Friday nights. Because soon, that grass will be painted. Those stands are gonna be full. The band will be playing loud. The gridiron will come alive. And the Knights will begin their conquest. You think these last few years have been crazy?
I got loyalty inside my DNA.
Y'all haven't seen nothing yet.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I was born like this, it's born like this. Immaculate conception, not your love like this. Perform like this, without you, a new weapon. I know I meditate, then off your pin. This that flip against the bed. This that I got loyalty. Inside my DNA.
Creekside Gameday is sponsored in part by Old City Guide Service, St. Augustine's premier shallow water fly fishing guide service, offering year-round saltwater fly and light tackle fishing charters for redfish, speckled trout, and a variety of other seasonal species in the waters surrounding the nation's oldest city. And that one painter First Coast. That painter you need? We're the one. Call today at 904-495-1373. Week 1 has arrived. Creekside and Mandarin face off in one of the top matchups in the state to kick off the season. And we've got a great episode of Creekside Gameday ahead for you. Hello, everyone. I'm Noah Schlicksup, your host. Later on, I'll chat with Sean Ashenfelder and Eros Taufer about their senior campaign at Creekside and some of their big connections over the years. But first, let's get into tonight's matchup. Creekside and Mandarin have faced off each of the last 3 seasons, with Mandarin being one of the most talented teams in the area each of these times, but Creekside's managed to have their number in these games. In 2021, the Knights right here at the Castle were able to knock off the Mustangs by a score of 20-16. In 2022, on the road, Creekside took that one 37-27. And of course, there was last year where the Knights were able to knock off the Mustangs 23-22 in a thriller, getting the game-winning touchdown with 25 seconds to go on 4th down from the 8-yard line. And Mandarin, well, they've remembered that one. Here's a clip from them at High School Football Media Day talking to News 4 Jax about this matchup.
First week is Creekside. Keeping your focus on Creekside right now, not maybe some Homestead down the line where you could possibly see in the playoffs. Is it all Creekside?
All Creekside. All Creekside. To be honest, to be genuinely honest, we haven't beat Creekside in my high school career, and it's a little personal for me. Week 1, I think that I talk for everyone else around me. That game is very personal, definitely. And we're going in there with no remorse.
So obviously, there's some build-up to this one. For Creekside, they remember last year's contest as one of the best Creekside home wins of all time. But for Mandarin, that one left a bit of a sour taste in their mouths. Last season, Creekside played this game very conservative. The Knights only threw the ball 9 times, and their longest passing play only went for 12 yards. But the Knights were able to control the ball, run it for over 200 yards, not turn it over offensively, and capitalize on the 2 turnovers forced by the defense, turning them into 10 points. So will the Knights follow this same recipe this year? Well, remember, at that point last season, the Knights' air attack was not exactly in a great spot. They had thrown 6 interceptions in their first 4 games and were really struggling to find a rhythm in their passing game. But in those 6 games after Mandarin, they really started to form a consistent passing attack. Sean Ashenfelder was able to raise his completion percentage by 8 points. They started having more explosive plays, and Caleb Taylor Birch emerged as a big-time threat out wide. This season, we should see even more growth in that passing game for Creekside, giving me reason to believe that it should play a bigger factor this time around against Mandarin. just don't throw it at 5-star safety Drake Stubbs. However, though the air game could play more of a factor, they're still going to have to run the ball really well, in my opinion, to beat Mandarin for the 4th straight season. Last year, Creekside ran the ball 50 times against the Mustangs, 37 in their year before, and I wouldn't be shocked to see them run the ball upwards of 40 times again in this one. There weren't any huge run plays for Creekside last year, but they stuck with it, kept chipping away, and it played a major role in winning them the game. When you look towards the Mandarin offense, well, there's immediately 2 guys who jump off the page. 5-star wide receiver Jamie French, the number 16 rated player in America, and 4-star Florida State commit quarterback Tramel Jones. Now, these guys had a rough go of it against Creekside last year. The Knights did an incredible job against this duo, holding Jamie French to just 2 receptions for 31 yards and Tramel to just 186 yards through the air for 2 touchdowns and 2 turnovers. However, this year, Mandarin does add another weapon out wide in Bryson Wright, one of the top freshmen in all of America. In my opinion, Creekside is going to have to stop the run so they can focus on the pass defensively in this game. Try to make this Mustang team one-dimensional so you can dictate more what happens through the air. Field position, getting a couple turnovers, and getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down are also going to be critical. For Creekside, they just got to play a clean football game. The Creekside mantra is limiting turnovers on offense, not allowing big plays, and being special on special teams. That is how they win football games. That's the formula out here at Creekside High School. That's what they've been preaching for years under Coach Sean McIntyre. Now, last year's game, it had plenty of big highlights throughout, but I think the one everyone is going to look back on and remember is the big game-winning touchdown, Sean Ashenfelder to Eros Taufer, 4th and 3 on the 8-yard line, game-winning touchdown with 25 seconds to go. And I caught up with the senior duo earlier this week to talk about some of their big plays they made here at Creekside and their senior seasons. We are out here with Sean Ashenfelder and Eros Taufer entering their senior seasons now with the Knights. And I was wondering, you guys, something pretty big happened here this time last year against Mandarin, and wondering if this is bringing back any memories.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Let's break down that play, the game-winning touchdown against Mandarin. Obviously, a long drive. When you get down here, what was going through your head? What do you remember there?
Just under a minute left, 4th down. So I think we're on the 6-7 yard line. So I was just thinking, the ball's got to get into the end zone no matter what. You can't leave it short. And just Eros ran a great route and scored.
Eros, you guys have had plenty of big-time connections now over the past couple years. You had Fleming Island, Mandarin last year, and you found yourself wide open on that route. How did that happen?
Well, I was just trying to set the corner. I just went inside and some ruckus happened. I don't know if they hit each other, but then I was wide open and it was perfect.
I think we've all seen the video of the reaction plenty of times now. Just look at the last 3 hype videos. And did you black out or do you remember that?
I don't remember, but it was. I remember it being fun. That's for sure. That's for sure.
What do you guys think? Mandarin or Fleming Island? Which one was the better touchdown connection?
Definitely Mandarin.
I like the Mandarin one more.
You guys are now entering your senior seasons with Creekside, both being solid contributors on the team since your sophomore seasons. Does this go around have a different feel for it?
Yeah, definitely. It's just last couple games of high school, last couple games with probably your best friends. It does have a different feel.
Yeah, it's probably my last game, so I'm just trying to make everything count, every moment count, and also enjoy it because it's all the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you guys have grown the most in this program since coming in your sophomore season to the varsity level?
I feel like we've grown most in execution and just knowing what we got to do on every play, knowing down and distance, knowing where we got to get the ball, and just going out there and executing and playing with physicality.
I definitely say with composure and my football IQ definitely grew.
Mm-hmm. And this off season, was there anything different leading up to it? Anything you guys did together?
No, we got after in the weight room. Went out there, walked through some things, put in some new installs. So I'm super excited, super pumped.
How about Mandarin? What does this week 1 game mean to you guys? As you've had some good battles with them over the years.
It's a fun game. It's a good game. They're a good team, and I'm just excited to play them.
If you had one goal for this season, what would it be senior year?
Go to the state championship.
Yeah. Go the whole way.
We'll see if these two have some more magic left in them for their senior seasons, and we'll see if Creekside has some more magic left in them to knock off Jamie French, Tremel Jones, and the Mandarin Mustangs for the 4th straight season. Now on to my prediction, and for this game, some may say Mandarin's due for a win against Creekside. They got to get him this year, right? And to that I say, well, Creekside, they just seem to find a way. I'm going to go out and say Creekside comes away with a 31-26 win on the road, upsetting the Mustangs to open up the 2024 season. Coverage starts right here on Schlick Sports at 6:20. You won't want to miss it. I'll see you there tonight, and I will see you next week here on Schlick Sports.